Guys, welcome back to Practically Creative with Melissa. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. We are going to do something not different today, but we are going to start our Cotton Cuts Small Clue 1 for the Carnival sew along. And I am doing teacup. This is my color palette here. So we're going to open this and look at the goodies that they have sent to us. And then we're going to put the quilt block together. Fabrics, I'm really liking that. Then let's open the goodie bag. There's always one in the first clue. Ooh, more pretty pens. They gave me 4 this time. These are pretty. And the Cotton Cuts button. Always, I got a pretty Cotton Cuts pen. I have decided that I'm going to put these on my curtain here. There's all the pretty pens. Go off to the side for now. One of the nice things about this is that Cotton Cuts always gives you a clue, a Cotton Cuts block of the month that you can color in. And that Nancy, that's cute. I will have to go into that and see what all is included. And here's my colorway. Lots of little things in there. And then here is my fabric card. Now this is going to be extremely important for the entire length of time that I'm working on this. So I know that I want to hang on to that and keep it very close at hand. So let's start here. I'm going to, this is my fabric. See, I'm going to sort my fabrics like I always do. And I like to put all my fabrics so that they are right side up. So let me get those all sorted out and I will be right back with you. Okay, so here we are with all of our fabrics. I've laid them out and I am going to, I have 16 of fabric A, I have 8 of fabric B, 4 of fabric C, I have 4 of fabric E, and I have 12 of fabric C and 4 of fabric C. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to come over here and I'm going to start putting my block together. So the first instruction says sew a small rectangle, or excuse me, a small triangle of E and A together. And we're going to do 4 of those. So I'm going to lay those all out here and get ready to sew them. It's just easier for me because I need to make 4 and I can chain piece them if I do it like this. I really like the teapots in there. All right, 1/4 inch seam allowance. One of the things about doing these cotton cuts clues is you want to use the same machine to do all of the clues. And the reason for that is that your 1/4 inch could be a little bit off from one machine to the other. So if you do them all in the same machine, you know you're using the same 1/4 inch mark every time. I'm sewing on a Baby Lock Jazz 2. I'm using a 1/4 inch seam allowance, which is what's recommended, and I'm using a 2.0 stitch length. And that's as much a reminder for me as it is for you guys. Line that up just a hair better. And I'm going to take these to the iron real fast. First part of this. Now we need to join small rectangle C on the right side of part 1. Once again, line it up. Excuse me. Okay, the next step is we're going to join these to these. There are 8 A's and 8 we're going to join 8 A's to 8 B's. We need 4 of them for the next step, but it has us making 8 of them total. So we're going to do that right now. I'm just going to chain piece these. And I will probably fast forward this and add some music so you don't have to watch it all in real time. Now I'm going to the iron. Okay, so now we have everything ironed, and here are all the pieces that we've made so far. The next step is to sew step 3 to step 2. So we have these go here, and the fabric A goes here. So this is how these are supposed to be joined together. So we're going to do these 4 to start with. I love all these little bunnies. And yes, once again, I ordered it based on the fabric. The last one I did, the cornflower, I ordered simply because of the fabric. And this one, they had several options that I really liked, but this was the one that jumped out and said, hey, take me home. So this is the one I did. In case you're wondering, I have arthritis, and these little snips make it much easier for me to take things apart. Next step is here. We're going to join the triangle A to a triangle C. I want to emphasize that all I'm doing is guiding these through there. I'm not pulling on the fabric. That's a bias edge, and I don't want to strip it or stretch it. to the iron and I'll be right back. This gets sewn to the bottom of this block. So I'm going to line these up and sew them down. Once again, I may speed it up and give you some music. The next step is to take the other piece of C and I'm going to sew it to the right side of step 6. Line up. Let's do some more chain piecing. This is what it looks like when that step is done. And then you knew we weren't finished with these, right? So now they want us to take this one and put piece C at the top of it. So that's what we're going to do next. We're going to go ahead and line this up. And one more little set of chain piecing. Lock into the correct orientation that it's supposed to. You may notice that I'm turning this step into the correct orientation for the block before I put it on here. So that is so that I make sure that I'm not making any errors. Because these are definitely not something that I want to have to pick apart on a regular basis. The next step is to join these two pieces together, like this. And if you've done this right, everything should match up exactly as it's supposed to. If you haven't, you're going to be like me and you're going to be wiggling things. here. Back looking at this again. I put it away for a couple of days because I made a boo-boo and I needed some, I don't know, downtime to figure out what I had done wrong. So these 4 pieces are the next item that we're supposed to put together, 4 of each. I'm going to set these aside because this section is correct, but this section is not. And the reason that I have this card sitting in front of me is because it tells me what fabrics are which, and I managed to put this fabric should be in the upper corner instead of the lower corner. So I put this together wrong. So what I'm going to do here, and I'm going to do it to all of them, is I'm going to take my trusty little surgical scissors and I'm going to take these apart. So I get to seam rip. You guys can all laugh at me. And I could have edited it out and not shown it to you, but it is really easy to get confused with this. And I wanted to show you guys how easy it is to get confused. I want to make sure that my pieces are all correct whenever I go back to do this. So I'm just cutting like every 4th or 5th stitch. And I'm using surgical snips to do this. You could use a seam ripper very easily, but the surgical snips work better for my hands. I'm not feeling 1000% today. So this is how this is supposed to go. And then A and B. It's supposed to be laid out like that. So that's how it's supposed to look. So I'm going to seam rip all of these, and then I will come back and sew them together for you, or at least one of them, and then I'll show you how to join the blocks together. So I'll be back in just a minute. Now that I've taken them all apart, I've double checked against my diagram how these are supposed to go together. And I'm going to sew all 4 of these to this. I also gave them a little heat just to help make sure there's no holes or anything. And then I'm just going to sew them together with a 1/4 inch seam, just like normal. And I'm not going to chain piece this time. I'm going to waste the thread just to make sure that I get everything exactly how it's supposed to be. Put it up here, line it up. Then after I get that sewn together, I'm going to double check to make sure that I have everything where it's supposed to be. If I have to seam rip, I'd rather it be 1 rather than 4 blocks. Taking off my threads. All right, and that matches EACAB. Yes, that matches how it's supposed to be. And then I'm going to bring in the other part of the block. Make sure AB right there. This is how the block is supposed to go together. You may notice that I'm putting those center seams opposite directions. Let's lay that down on my pressing table there. I'm going to give it a dab of heat. And that is one of our 4 completed blocks. This is the top, and this is how this is supposed to go together for this month. So that's that, and I will put the rest of them together and show you when they're finished.